Hello, everyone, and welcome to our online mixing and mastering class for beginners. My name is Bolade, and I am going to be your tutor. So let's get into it. For this episode, we are going to be looking at the difference between mixing and mastering. We're going to chip in what production tool is, and then talk about some listening skills and things that can help us along the class. So people often use mixing and production interchangeably, but they are slight differences. So production is bringing together different aesthetically pleasing sound, I would say. Like you take your drum, your guitar, vocals, put it together and like make a sound. While mixing is the process of making those different sounds sound good together cohesively. So that's the major difference. So there can be a producer that is not a mix engineer, that there can be a mix engineer that is not a producer, like me. So what exactly is mixing? Mixing is the process of balancing individual tracks in a song. It's adjusting volume levels, panning, adding effects to make everything sound cohesive and pleasing. And then what is mastering? Mastering is the process of making the mix you just made sound good on all playback systems, your speakers, your phone, your car speakers, and also to meet the industry loudness standard, because there's the industry loudness standard for things like the DSPs or the Spotify, Apple Music, all of these platforms that we put our music on, to make it have like a standard, to meet the standard that these platforms have set. So that is basically what mastering is. In simpler words, it's like when you're making a meal, when you're cooking, you're adding all sorts of different ingredients to make the meal nice. That's mixing. And mastering is you just serving the dish, presenting the food to look good and everything else. So think about your favorite band on stage or your favorite artist. Think about, let's say, Burna Boy on stage right now. Think about the set he has on stage. Burna Boy is probably standing in front of everyone, and then he has his backup singers. There's the bass guitarist on one side, there's the guitarist, there are drummers, there are also people playing different instruments on stage. Think about the way they are arranged and kind of bring that into your DAW. Like, think about how the guitar is, the bass is, the drum is, and try and make your mix sound like that, like someone is performing. So when you're watching the performance, you are hearing all of these things, but they sound good together. That is basically what mixing is, making all sorts of different sounds sound great together. In this course, we will learn how to achieve great sounding mixes, professional sounding mixes using very simple techniques, and we are going to be making use of Ableton Live. But if you have other DAWs, let's say you have Logic, FL, you can still use those ones. The principles are the same, it's just the interface is different. So you can still use your favorite DAW. And we are going to be making use of stock plugins and free plugins alone. So you won't have an excuse of I don't have plugins, I don't have this. The only thing you need to do is try and install Ableton Live or any other DAW of your choice on your laptop. So before we go into the next episode, there are two things I want us to do and practice as we go along this course. First thing is we have to practice listening, because listening is really one of the most important things when it comes to mixing. So I want you to go play your favorite songs and try to analyze certain things from the song. Think about how the drum sounds, how the guitar sounds, how the vocal sound, the backups. I want you to listen and try to get the dynamics of the song. We are going to use that word a lot along the class, but then I want you to get dynamics in the sense of, I want to get the range of the song, how loud some parts are, and then how quiet some parts are. I just want you to see how the song flows, and also I want you to listen for width and depth, how wide you feel the song is. So those things that you do not normally listen to when you're listening to song and you're just vibing, I want you to take your time to listen to those things. And the other thing I would like you to listen for during the course of this class is frequency or frequencies. So, but we are not going to get deep into that right now, but along the class you would understand what I mean. See you in the next episode.